the fact that I have to cover this issue is something that, really does not lighten up my day at all. My day already wasn't that good, I missed my bus, came home, and, just like, piled up with homework. But anyways, people, today I wanted to talk about a more serious issue. Basically, if you haven't heard the story, a kid in Russia committed suicide over the death of one of his favorite characters in Naruto. Now, the reason I giggled was not the fact that he committed suicide, it's the fact that he committed suicide for a dumb reason like this. Now, there's way more to the story than people are talking about. When I read the story, I see that the reporters miss a lot of shit. For one, he didn't commit suicide over his favorite character, Itachi. He probably committed suicide over depression, and Itachi's death may be added on. Now, you see, the thing is, there's so much to cover in this video. So basically, today we have a kid, 14 years old, that just committed suicide in Russia, 1 year younger than me, in Russia. Now, this is not surprising. Russia leads almost all of Europe in suicide rates, all of the world. And this primarily has to do with discrimination, just discrimination, period. Bullying, discrimination, homophobia, just a lot of stupid shit. Like Christian beliefs are pushed onto you. Like Arabs and Jews there are extremely discriminated against unless you're rich in Russia. There's a lot of rich Jews in Russia. Like the billionaires in Russia are mostly Jewish because, Jews always have money. Well, that's really dumb to say, but I'm talking about, like, when you're comparing it to other minorities, like, Jews are minorities in a lot of countries, but they have a lot of money. For, like, if you divide the amount of Jews there are in this world and the amount of money they have, I believe that they have, like, the most money out of any race. Now, this does not say that they're smarter, or this does not say that they're, like, cheap or anything. This means that I believe they're raised up better than a lot of other households. The Jewish kids are raised up a lot better than, like, Christian families, because Christian families fail to deliver proper care a lot of times. And I'm not saying that this is for everyone, because first of all, there's like, what, 5 or 6 million Jews? How many Christians are there in this world? At least 1 billion. So I can't really say, oh, Jews are better than Christians, because there's so many more Christians in this world than there are Jews. Now, I'm just saying, if you look at the numbers, you don't hear about too many Jews doing these kinds of things or committing suicide. Now, here's the thing on this issue. I believe that what happened was, this kid has a bad social life or whatever. Maybe he grows up in a religious household. Maybe he has certain beliefs pushed on him that, he doesn't like. Maybe he's trying to get away from things. I'm pretty sure it mostly has to do with bullying in school. And he watched anime to kind of get over these kinds of things. Eventually, the death of one of his favorite characters piled up on the hundreds of other things in his life. And 3 days later, they found his body dead. Now, in Russia, if you guys don't know, for the first, year on YouTube, I've been to Russia at least 3 or 4 times, 5 times, I think. I'm half Russian, but, that's just who I am, the country's bad. It's like a third world country in a lot of areas. Now, the only city that you can live in Russia and actually have a comfortable life is probably St. Petersburg or Moscow. That's about it. Because other than that, most of the cities are rural, the people there are uneducated. They see an Arab walking, they see a minority group walking, and they'll beat them. They see Chechens walking, and they will beat them and discriminate. And it's honestly sad. And I don't fall into American propaganda either on a lot of things. Like, I will see a lot of news about Middle East or Libya or North African countries. I'll be like, nah, America, there's a lot of shit, and that America media reporters and other people do to, cover up a lot of these cases. They make, groups of people seem a lot worse than they are. Like, they kill a lot of innocent people in the Middle East that don't deserve to be killed, while there's a lot of bad people in the Middle East there's a lot more people in the Middle East who are innocent, and just going to the Middle East and causing a war is not something that a first world country should do. Now, the laws in a lot of Middle Eastern countries like Saudi Arabia are shit. Now, I have fans from Saudi Arabia. Now, I'm not saying the people from Saudi Arabia are bad people. I'm just saying that there's a lot of laws in Saudi Arabia which are bad laws, just completely terrible. Now, I believe that bullying just sort of got to him. It's really sad, to be honest with you, because when I hear these stories, I think to myself, what if this was me? What if I was, someone who was, like, depressed like this, and I just watch anime to get away from depression? Me personally, I don't watch anime to get away from depression. I listen to music. I try to hang out with friends or people that, I enjoy hanging out with, because anime, to me, it's really dull sometimes. And I like to watch anime when I'm having a good day. I'll just, drink a cup of fucking tea, lie the fuck down, watch One Piece, Naruto, whatever. Because honestly, if I'm having a bad day, I'll watch certain anime series. Not ones that'll bring my mood down, because there are a lot of anime series that'll just bring your fucking mood down. And I am not joking. Get out of your home if you're having a bad day. Don't just sit at home. Unless it's a different type of a bad day. But I'm just saying, like, this is not something that I found surprising, because there's a lot of kids that do these kinds of things. This is already one of the more cases that, were anime related. A kid from Death Note died. A kid from Dragon Ball Z died. This is the third case for Naruto. And this is making us Naruto fans seem like we're fucking, like, we're insane. And we're not, but it seems like what this kid did wasn't bad. In terms of, like, oh, he just committed suicide because he's an idiot. He probably was depressed, and he just couldn't get away from his life. His parents were, weren't doing anything to help. He was bullied at school. His favorite character died. And that's about it, people. That's all I can say on this. I don't have any more news to talk about. I believe For Neverworld missed a lot of points, but then again, he was just giving you guys the news. And I'm just here to capitalize on this news and just go a little bit more in depth. That's all I can say. I'm sorry if you guys didn't like this video, but I felt like I had to address it, because a lot of people didn't know that I was Russian. A lot of people didn't know that, these kinds of things. So, that's that.